Thank you, everybody. My name is Peter Dembicki. I'm president and CEO of Tier 1 Silver. Apologize in advance for my hoarse voice, probably something to do with screaming at the quote screen for the last 6 weeks straight. Again, we are Tier 1 Silver, an aggressive exploration company with our assets based in Peru, going after the world's next largest silver and base metal discovery in the world. Anytime you're investing in a junior exploration company, it has to be a bet on people. Has management, have leadership provided multiple discoveries and multiple exits for shareholders along the way? In the case of Tier 1 Silver, that's a huge yes. Ivan Bebic, Sean Wallace, both co-founders and co-chairs of Tier 1 Silver, have had multiple successes in the past. Not only do you know how to make a discovery, but you have to be able to package it up and sell it for a great return for shareholders. Our technical team is something that we really, hang our hat on. Christian Rios, our SVP of Exploration based in Peru, has been a part of 3 separate silver discoveries with Bear Creek Mining within Peru. Michael Henriksen, formerly of Newmont, is here in Vancouver heading up our operations. And Antonio Ribas. This is the equivalent of having a Jeff Bezos or a Tim Cook on your startup as a tech company. We have him on our company, former chief geologist of Newmont Global and former VP of geological sciences at BHP. So technically, our team is sound with a huge resume, and our leadership has done it time and time again. Thanks to Todd, I don't need to go over the why of silver. I think we all know with this educated crowd as all the qualities that you look for when investing in precious metals when it comes to gold, safe storage of capital, the alleged hedge against inflation. We're waiting for that other shoe to drop. But really it has all the use cases of copper as well. The EV industry, the solar industry, jewelry, any electronics that you have in your hand all require silver. For the first time in the last 7 years, we have our first time demand has outstripped supply, and we think that trend is going to continue at a rapid pace. And not to mention, silver outperforms every other commodity when the bull market gets going. Every time gold has had a big run, silver outperforms it in a huge way. Think of it as gold with a lot of torque. And that's what we like. We love the volatility of it, and we understand the movement it can cause your share price. So here we are in Peru. We have 2 premier projects in Hurricane Silver and Curibaya, located down south, right above the border of Chile. Peru is the 2nd largest producer of copper in the world and has the largest reserves of silver in the entire world. Years ago, we sent our geos out to scan the entire coastline of Peru to find the #1 precious metals hit in all of Peru, and it came back on this prolific copper porphyry belt, home to some of the giants in the industry: Cerro Verde, Cajone, Tocopala, Quellaveco. There's a gap in the system where Curibaya is, and then they start up again in northern Chile. So for years, people have been looking for the next copper porphyry, and we found a precious metals hit that was really intriguing to us. So we acquired close to 17,000 hectares of land. It's 100% owned. And just for size of scale, you can see the land package compared to just north of Tocopala, one of the largest open pit mines in South America, and Quellaveco, just 20 or 30 kilometers to the north. In any natural progression of an exploration portfolio that has never been touched, no historical workings whatsoever, you start off with rock sampling, just to see if there's any sort of geological sense there's something there. When our grades come back, I'm quite sure that no one in the industry had ever seen grades that we came back with. Rock samples up to 300,000 grams per ton silver, up to 1 kilo in gold. Dozens of samples over bonanza grade 1,000 grams per ton silver and over 2.5 grams per ton gold, emanating over a 20 square kilometer footprint, as only represented by 1/7 of our land package at Curibaya. It gave us the confidence to go out there, take the next step, and do some channel sampling and trenching. Sure enough, verified again, multi-kilo, multi-bonanza hits in the corridor section. I've highlighted an area that is recurring called the Cambaya zone. This Cambaya zone comes into play in the northern part of this area where we didn't have access to in our first round of drilling. In our first round of drilling, we did 5,000 meters over 16 holes with a diamond drill rig, and within our first 6 holes, we had our first plus bonanza grade hit, multiple economic grades, and in our last drill hole of the entire campaign, we came up with our best intercept to date. So for our first pass, again, at a piece of land that had never before been drilled, to have 30% of your drill holes being economic in grade was a huge indication for us. We didn't want to stop there. We went out and we hired 2 of the foremost experts in the world on these systems to conduct site visits in February. They came back and without a doubt they said, you guys are on it. There's a series of erosions that are happening where you drilled before. As you move higher into the system, into the Curibaya zone, you're gonna have a 500 more meters of silver preserved elevation to go after. This has to be your number 1 pick. Secondly, what you guys haven't noticed, or where you're just focused on the silver this whole time, was that there is a large porphyry, most likely right near you or right underneath you. So think about the implications of this. What if we have that silver discovery on surface, within 500 meters of surface? What if we find that porphyry lurking below, driving that precious metal system to the surface? That is a geological dream in terms of what this could mean for this company and for this project. We're about to commence our second phase of drilling program this summer into the fall and early winter, where we're gonna test for all those porphyry structures down beneath and also go after those top targets in our silver project up north. At Curibaya, it really couldn't be in a better position for us. Located just above the border of Chile, close to a town with 300,000 people, international airport, 2 deep water ports on the coast that service all of those giants to our northwest. There's no agriculture, there's no archaeology, there's no residences. We're in the Atacama Desert, so with really little to no footprint. It is a perfect setup for something to happen on a much bigger scale. You know, you could have all the government permits you want in Peru, but if you don't have the social communities on your side, you're not going to make it very far. Our team has been involved in Peru for 5 or 6 years. We have a great relationship with our community at Curibaya. We have 1 community we're dealing with, and they want us to be there without a doubt. They understand the economic implications if we're to find something big, what it can mean for them. So we have a huge support, and we truly treat them like partners. Now, we didn't stop there. We wanted to bolster our portfolio by adding another project for shareholders, another world-class swing. We acquired Hurricane Silver off of a private group formerly of Newmont. And it came already with historical bonanza-grade silver, great chip results, great channel results. We had 3 weeks in the fall where we were allowed to get our geological team in there and conduct our own channel samples. Sure enough, high grade, bonanza grade, happening all over the place. Artisanal mines, shafts going 500 meters into the ground. Nothing that we can use on a technical report, but sure shows there's indication of historical high grade silver mining along the way. You're going to hear a lot more about Hurricane Silver in the coming days as we gain access to more and more areas of this property that do contain some historical drill results. And please look for us in the news in the coming days for something like that. Again, our properties are in fantastic jurisdictions. Our technical team is second to none. Our leadership team has done it time and time again. When you're dealing with exploration companies, it has to be a bet on people, like I said. Things to look forward to at Curibaya. We're going to start doing more geophysics, more structural mapping. We really want to make sure that when we go and test for that porphyry, that we have the best targeting available. Otherwise, we're going to be poking holes at the top, going after those high-grade silver intercepts up at the Curibaya zone. Hurricane is about 10 months out from being drill-ready stage, but we have precious metals, base metals, so many different directions to go through with Hurricane, but really it gives every shareholder multiple attempts. Curibaya, Hurricane in themselves both started off as precious metals, silver dominant, but both have these base metal stories driving the story in the background. So truly exciting next 10 months for Tier 1 Silver as we get commencing back up again at Curibaya. We've only been listed since last June. And just to give you a sense of the power of silver, when we listed, silver was $30 an ounce. Our share price went to $1.90 per share. It's almost a $250 million market cap without a drill ever having touched the ground. It gives you a sense of the power of silver, and when silver is working, there's nothing like it, and there's no other place to be. Of course, we deal with the adverse reactions of silver's down. So in the last 6 weeks, it's been troublesome as we've seen silver go from 26 to almost 20 bucks. So again, my name is Peter Dembicki, President and CEO of Tier 1 Silver. Please visit us in our booth, and we're sure it'll be the most exciting silver story you'll hear from today. Thank you.